Chosen one, the night has been long. You've walked through seasons where the darkness seemed endless, where every prayer felt unanswered. Every door stayed shut, and every promise felt delayed beyond reason. You've been awake when others slept, carrying the quiet ache of a soul that refuses to give up, even when nothing makes sense. But hear this clearly, your dawn has been dispatched. Heaven has already declared that your long night is ending. The light you couldn't see is already breaking through the horizon. You may not feel it yet, but something in the atmosphere has shifted. The spiritual weight that sat upon your chest is loosening. The clouds that covered your clarity are thinning. The one who never sleeps has been working while you wept. God says, I have watched you through every hour of this night. I saw you when you thought no one saw you. I held you when you were breaking. I counted every tear and turned them into seeds for your sunrise. This isn't just encouragement, it's a divine alert. The same way the night must surrender to morning, your suffering must surrender to purpose. The dawn is not coming because you earned it. It's coming because it was promised. The attacks, the silence, the waiting, it wasn't wasted. It was preparation. You've been in training while you thought you were being tested. You've been refined while you thought you were being rejected. There's a reason you didn't quit when others would have. There's a reason you still sense hope flickering inside you, even after everything tried to put it out. That's because you were never meant to stay in the night. You were chosen to usher in a new day. And that day starts now. Stay close, chosen one, because what you're about to hear is not ordinary. This word will confirm what your spirit has been whispering for months. God is sending your dawn. Beloved, this is not just a message, it is a divine decree. The Spirit of God is speaking directly to you, not by coincidence, but by orchestration. You were guided here in this exact moment, because heaven wanted your heart to hear these words. For months, perhaps years, you've felt like you've been living in a midnight hour. Everything dimmed, and the direction you once knew disappeared. You prayed for clarity, for strength, for a sign that you were still on the right path. And now, this is that sign. The Lord says, I have been near you in the silence. The darkness did not mean I had departed. I hid you so I could heal you. I delayed you so I could develop you. I silenced everything else so you would learn to hear me again. Sometimes God will allow the night to stretch longer than expected, not because He is cruel, but because He knows what must be completed in the dark before the light arrives. There are seeds that only sprout after pressure. There are visions that only sharpen after isolation. There are callings that only awaken after heartbreak. You thought this was punishment, but it was preservation. You thought you were forgotten, but you were being fortified. Every long night has an appointed end. The dawn doesn't rush it, arrives exactly on time. You've reached that point. The hour before sunrise always feels like the heaviest, the coldest, the most hopeless moment. But it's also the final test. So when you felt like your faith was fading, it was because you were minutes from your morning. Chosen one, you need to know that your life has not gone off course. It's been following a sacred pattern, a pattern designed by the very hand of God. Every detour, every closed door, every delay was part of the divine alignment. This message isn't meant to excite your emotions, it's meant to awaken your understanding. Because once you realize your darkness had design, your despair loses its grip. Heaven has recorded your endurance. The dawn assigned to you is not symbolic. It's tangible. It means new opportunities, restored peace, divine connections, and long-awaited clarity. Now the time has come for you to step into it. But first you must understand what this dawn truly represents. The Spirit of the Lord says, the night has tested you, but the dawn will testify of you. For too long you've lived under the shadow of delay. People misunderstood you. Circumstances betrayed you. Even your own heart began to question if you were still chosen. But God has watched the timeline of your pain, and He has declared enough. A reversal is in motion. Where you once saw decline, you will see increase. Where you once felt forgotten, you will feel favored. The season that began in darkness will end in radiance. The dawn God is sending isn't just about external blessing, it's about spiritual unveiling. The darkness concealed you, so the wrong eyes couldn't find you. Now the light is coming to reveal who you truly are. In the coming days, you will notice a divine stirring, subtle but unmistakable. Things that once drained you will no longer have power over you. People who used to intimidate you will lose their hold. The clarity that once felt impossible will become effortless. For some, this dawn will manifest as restored relationships that were divinely delayed until your heart healed. For others, it will be the unlocking of purpose, a career ministry or creative calling that has been gestating in silence. The Lord says, "Do not be surprised when doors begin to open without force." The dawn does not fight to appear, it simply rises. You won't need to chase what's already ordained. The opportunities attached to your name will find you. The favor assigned to your obedience will locate you. But there is more. The dawn also carries justice. What was stolen in the night will be restored in the morning. Every sleepless tear you cried has built a spiritual case in heaven's court, and the verdict has been ruled in your favor. You endured false accusations, silent seasons, and hidden warfare. Yet through it all, you refused to curse God in your confusion. That endurance has now become currency in the Spirit. God is saying, "I am rewarding your restraint." You chose peace when you could have chosen revenge. You chose silence when you could have shouted your innocence. Because of that, I am exalting you in due time. Your dawn is not random, it's redemptive. It will not only bring you out, it will redeem everything you thought was lost in the dark. Chosen one. When the first light hits your life, you'll understand why the night had to be so long. You'll see that it wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to define you. Let's go deeper. Spiritually, the night represents the hidden work of God, the place where the seed lies, buried unseen but alive. You've been in that hidden place. Buried dreams, unanswered prayers, invisible growth. In the physical realm, it looked like loss. In the spiritual realm, it was divine incubation. The enemy wanted you to think darkness meant absence. But for those chosen by God, darkness is a chamber of transformation. Think of Joseph forgotten in prison. Think of David alone in the wilderness. Think of Jesus sealed in the tomb. Every story of glory had a chapter of midnight. The night was not their ending. It was their preparation for resurrection. When God allows the night, He's not being silent. He's being strategic. He removes distractions. He confronts the heart. He prunes attachments that cannot go where you're headed. The long night is where character is forged. Pride is stripped and vision is purified. It's where you stop performing for approval and start resting in identity. For the chosen one, this process is non-negotiable. You cannot carry the dawn if your ego is still alive. You cannot steward light until you've learned to navigate dark. The dawn God sends is not merely the rising of external success. It's the unveiling of divine maturity. You've learned to stand without applause. You've learned to believe without proof. You've learned to worship without reward. And that is why heaven trusts you with the next season. The spiritual meaning of this dawn is also alignment. You will begin to notice how all the scattered fragments of your story suddenly make sense. Every loss had a purpose. Every delay protected your direction. Every heartbreak purified your discernment. When light breaks forth after a long night, it exposes both truth and treasure. You will see who was for you and who was only nearby for convenience. You will see how God redirected you away from destruction, disguised as opportunity. This dawn will not only reveal new things, it will also reveal you. The version of you that's emerging has been in gestation for years. Now your soul is ready to embody what your spirit already knew. Understand this. The dawn isn't just coming to you, it's coming through you. You are the vessel through which God will demonstrate His faithfulness. The long night broke you open, so His light could shine out of you unhindered. Chosen one. How will you know this word is for you? Watch for these signs. 1. Sudden clarity. What once confused you will now make sense in a single moment. You'll wake up with peace about decisions that haunted you for months. That's not coincidence, that's dawn light breaking through. 2. Unusual peace. Even before things change, your heart will feel lighter. Anxiety will lose its grip without explanation. The Spirit is giving you peace before provision. 3. Doors reopening opportunities. You once thought were lost will resurface. People who previously ignored your potential will now seek your presence. 4. Divine timing. You'll begin noticing perfect coincidences, texts, emails, encounters that align too precisely to be random. These are confirmations that your new season is active. 5. Renewed strength. Physical exhaustion will lift as your spirit revives. You'll feel motivated again to rebuild what you left behind. 6. Prophetic dreams or signs. God may send dreams of sunrise, open gates, or rivers, symbolic confirmations that your new day is dawning. Each of these signs will whisper the same message: the night is ending. And as they appear, do not fear the changes. The people who once matched your night may not fit your dawn. The environment that felt comfortable in darkness may feel unfamiliar in light. That's not loss, it's transition. God is calling you higher. Before the fullness of dawn, there will be tests. The enemy always attacks the transition. You may feel moments of sudden resistance, as if old battles are trying to resurface. Old fears, old voices, old patterns. These are not regressions. They're last attempts to drag you backward. Do not interpret turbulence as failure. The night doesn't release easily, but it must release. The biggest challenge now will be patience and perspective. You've waited long, and now the temptation is to rush the light. But premature action can distort divine timing. The second challenge is spiritual fatigue. When you've fought for so long, even good news can feel unreal. But this is why God strengthens your faith before your fortune. And lastly, there's discernment. Not every new thing that glitters is God's dawn. Some are distractions dressed as deliverance. Wait for the light that brings peace, not pressure. These challenges are not punishments, they're proof of proximity. You only face warfare when you're near breakthrough. Now that your dawn approaches, heaven gives instruction. 1. Stay anchored in prayer. The same prayer that sustained you in darkness will guide you in light. Don't neglect your altar now that things are improving. 2. Release resentment. Forgive those who added to your night. Their betrayal became your training. Release them so you can rise freely. 3. Guard your focus. Not everyone will understand your joy. Some will try to reattach you to old pain. Protect your peace like it's sacred treasure, because it is. 4. Prepare in silence. The dawn doesn't announce itself with noise. Move quietly. Build without broadcasting. Let fruit speak louder than words. 5. Obey promptly. Delayed obedience is disobedience. When God gives an instruction, call, apply, move, respond quickly. Speed matters in seasons of release. 6. Speak life. Every word now has power. Declare, decree, and align your speech with your destiny. Words build the bridge to your next level. 7. Rest intentionally. The dawn brings new assignments. Don't run on yesterday's strength. Rest is not laziness, it's strategy. These are not random tips. They are divine survival codes. The dawn can overwhelm those who are unprepared for its brightness. God is saying, you survived the dark. Now steward the light. You are not stepping into this dawn unguarded. The Lord has already gone before you. Angels have been assigned to your journey. You may not see them, but they are surrounding you, guiding conversations, blocking accidents, exposing hidden plots. God says, fear not, for I have set a hedge around you. What touched you in the night will not follow you into the morning. No curse can override divine command. No jealousy can derail what heaven has already sealed. The weapons may form, but they will misfire. In this new day, peace will become your protection. The absence of chaos is not emptiness, it's evidence that God reigns over your atmosphere. Rest in that assurance you are covered, chosen, and carried. And now, the dawn rises. The version of you emerging is not the one who entered the night. You are wiser, lighter, sharper. The pain refined you into purpose. As the light increases, expect transformation in layers. Spiritually, your faith will expand effortlessly. Emotionally, peace will replace panic. Mentally, clarity will silence confusion. Physically, energy and vitality will return. You will look back and realize, the night didn't break you, it birthed you. Doors will open with divine synchronization. Finances will align with purpose. Relationships will become mirrors of mutual growth, not manipulation. And when you speak, your words will carry authority because they were born in the fire of endurance. Chosen one. This dawn marks the fulfillment of years of prophecy. What you dreamed, prayed, and cried for is now crossing from unseen to seen. This is your morning. Walk into it with gratitude, not guilt. You are not an imposter in this blessing. You are the evidence of God's faithfulness. Take a deep breath. Chosen one. The night is behind you. The dawn has come. Repeat these affirmations aloud. 1. My night has ended. My morning has begun. 2. I am guided, protected, and favored by God. 3. Everything meant for my harm is now working for my good. The dawn of my destiny is rising within me. Now receive this blessing. May the light of heaven break every shadow over your life. May peace flood your mind and strength return to your spirit. May divine opportunities locate you without delay. May your name be spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. And as you step into this dawn, may every remnant of the night lose its grip on you. Fear, doubt, grief, and shame dissolve under the light of divine purpose. This is your appointed morning. The darkness bowed because your destiny demanded light. Rise now, chosen one. The night was long, but God has sent the dawn.